Over the Reich in 43, a cold and metal sky. 2 hunters painted for the kill, where mercy went to die. In a Messerschmitt's tight grip, Franz Stigler checked his sight. One more kill for glory's cross, a victory in the fight. Below him, limping homeward, a B-17 so frail. Ye old pub was bleeding out on a never-ending trail. He closed in for the ending, his thumb upon the wheel. One short burst was all it took to make the fortress real. But he saw the shredded fuselage, the daylight staring through, and the wounded boys inside it, just trying to make it through. A pilot fighting cables, just to keep the nose from down. Not a target, not an enemy, just men who'd soon be gone. In a world of fire and orders, he heard a higher call. You are a murderer, not a soldier, if you let this aircraft fall. He remembered his commander's words beneath the Austrian sun. Never aim for parachutes when a man's fighting's done. And this broken, dying fortress, with its 10 souls clinging on, was a giant, wounded parachute, its spirit almost gone. He could take the Knight's Cross glory, he could land and tell the tale, or he could do what honor asked, though every instinct would rebel. So he pulled up close beside them, wingtip to their wounded side, and he looked into the eyes of Charlie Brown, fear and duty magnified. And he saw the shredded fuselage, the daylight staring through, and the wounded boys inside it, just trying to make it through. A pilot fighting cables, just to keep the nose from down. Not a target, not an enemy, just men who'd soon be gone. In a world of fire and orders, he heard a higher call. You are a murderer, not a soldier, if you let this aircraft fall. He signaled turn to Sweden, but they only saw the cross. He flew as their protector, facing his own country's loss, shielding them from flak batteries until they found the sea. Then a final slow salute, and he let the bomber be. He never wrote a report, just a secret on his soul. A treasonous human mercy that the war could not control. 46 long years would pass, each man bound by that day. One who saw a guardian angel in a fighter's grim array. One who wondered of the faces that he'd chosen to set free, till a letter found an answer in 1990. They stood as old men trembling, not a trace of hate remained, just the gratitude and wonder for the destiny they'd gained. I love you, Charlie, France, he said, and the world it finally knew of the chivalry that lingered in that cold and brutal blue. He'd seen the shredded fuselage, the daylight staring through, and the wounded boys inside it, just trying to make it through. A pilot named Charlie Brown, keeping the nose from down. Not a target, not an enemy, just a brother to be found. In the middle of a world on fire, he had answered the highest call, and he was a soldier, truly, for he chose to let them fall. He chose to let them fly. 2008, the heavens took them both, the story gently penned. A final peaceful escort from a once enemy, now friend. So when you hear the engines fade in history's great war, remember, honor is a choice. Chivalry's not dead, as long as men answer the call.